The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Victory Monday! You're looking live at Tostito Championship
I've been beating your
Plaza.
deal. Now you've been going.
Outside the Star of Frisco, Texas, it's 45 degrees. It feels like 42. The high today is 52. The low tonight is 34. And fellas, guess what?
What?
By Christmas, it's going to be 77 degrees, man.
Who needs Mexico when you have that?
Victory Monday, and we got the band back together. Yes. Jesse Holley, welcome back to the show, man.
What's up, man?
How are you?
I am. I'm well today.
Yes.
And so that's what I'll take.
And I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Don't you ever talk to me or any of my compadres about being left on the porch, okay? We've been left on the porch for over a week, homie.
Nah,
glad you're back, man.
It wasn't left on the porch, man. It was more so. I don't know, but we'll talk about it eventually.
All right.
Yeah,
we'll get to it.
But it looks like you've been good. You got your I've been good Santa hat on.
I'm just trying to bring the Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to bring the Christmas joy.
Good. Mama Gross wanted to make sure that we had the Christmas spirit on the show. And Jesse, since you were out, I may have eaten some of this. I didn't put my hands in it. I poured it.
Yeah.
So, Mom,
it was
since you were
full to the brim.
Yeah, right.
Chris ate the other one that we brought because
he did.
He didn't get lunch a couple of days. So here are some plates. Here, Nate.
I like that. A little spice to it.
Thank you,
bro.
Your own plate of cinnamon rolls.
Thank you.
That's yours for you too, Jesse. Welcome back to the show.
Why is it a hole in it? Why is there a hole in it? Like,
wow.
And then here's a plate of cinnamon rolls for us. So
Yeah.
Nate gets his own. So if you want one of these, let me know. Thanks, Mama Gross, for
Thank you
for the treats
Thank
and
you so
taking
much.
care of us in the Christmas
man.
holiday season.
well, there goes Nate for the next two segments.
Yeah, he gone.
No, I'm gonna eat some of y'all's and take mine.
I'm gonna eat one here. No, you're not. There's
some of
4.
y'all.
One for me, one for Jesse, one for
Chris,
Kurt,
that's right,
and
man,
one for
for
Chris.
Chris.
You
Wow,
got your
I
own plate.
appreciate
You're welcome. We'll eat them in the break. So,
Of course, it's Victory Monday.
it is.
Jesse's back.
Yes.
You know what else it is?
What?
It's someone's birthday.
It's not my birthday.
Oh, it's Jesse's birthday.
Is it your birthday?
Not my birthday.
It's Chris' birthday.
No, not Chris.
It's Shannon's birthday.
Jesse, is it your birthday?
Not my birthday.
That only
Your baby's a year old.
one person. Nate Newton, happy birthday, big fella. Happy birthday. How old are you? 40?
I'm gonna share something with you.
47?
I'm gonna share something sentimental with you and all the fans.
What's that?
This won't be
Real quick, this is weird. You know, I lived from when I left my father's house when I was 17 years old going to FAMU. There was so many things I wanted to do that was so wrong in life, especially for a kid 17 years old. Mm-hmm. And I did it so hard, so long, to everybody that I met after I was about 26 years old. I said I want to be alive when I get 50 because I was trying to do it as hard and as wrong as I could. And the day I turned 50, I was amazed that I was alive. And from that point on, I went to count from 1 year. So now I am 10 years old.
I get it.
Well,
I'm serious, bro.
No, I get it.
I'm serious, man. I did it wrong, bro, for a long. And you know the sick thing about all of that, Jess, Shannon, Kurt, is I enjoyed every ignorant moment of it. I'm serious. I'm serious, man. And then when I turned my life over to God and saw how wrong I was, now I'm 10 years old, bro.
Well, happy 10th birthday.
Yeah.
Happy 10th birthday.
Glad we can celebrate it with you.
Yeah, man.
Glad we were here. Glad it happened on a Monday.
Now I'm finna get deeply involved.
with some more wrong.
All wrong.
If loving you was wrong, if eating you was wrong, I don't want to be right.
Okay, where can we
that.
put
Woo,
this? Where
look
can
at
we put
that.
this?
What do you mean?
Oh, man.
Zoom in on that.
Creamy.
Here. Wait, move it over in
On your
front of you.
camera.
Here.
In front of your camera.
There you go.
Wow.
Look at that.
It's creamy as white as Shannon's new baby born butt.
Some would say with the cream smothered cinnamon buns, everything reminds me of you. Y'all will catch that later.
Know what that means? Look at Nate just going. He ain't even doing the fork. He just going in with the hands. We don't have any napkins in here.
Mine.
Well, happy birthday, Nate. You can do whatever you want on the show
Happy
today.
birthday, big
10th
dog.
birthday,
Happy
man.
Happy birthday.
Glad you made it. 10 of them, so we
Yeah.
could actually get to know you.
Yeah.
And you're a
Nate.
good. And by the way, you're a good man, Nate.
The good Nate.
Yeah, that's what my wife said. Even my ex-wife, she took half the money.
You were good for something.
Yeah.
How are they today? You didn't even heat that one up. You know
No.
that.
Now they look soft too. They look like
Yeah,
the
she
way
just
They're
made
good.
them. She just made them last
They're
night.
good like this.
You need some coffee?
And don't do that, Jess. They're excellent when you warm up. They're excellent.
When you
you
warm
need
up?
to sell these.
15 to 20 seconds, just right, huh? Oh my God. All right. You know what else is just right? The Cowboys are tied,
Yeah.
they're in the second
Second seed.
but I'm still a little concerned.
It's NFC East, baby. See the beaks? NFC East.
I'm surprised you don't have a Cowboy shirt on today. That's
And you'll see the East is in there.
yeah, I see that. How do you guys feel? It's Victory Monday.
It is.
Start with you, Jesse.
Me,
Since you haven't
man.
been here a while. How do you feel about this Cowboys victory?
Three road games in a row is something that you gotta tip your cap to, right? This is a difficult league to win in,
And it's been weird the last 2 weeks. Look at the game last night.
right? And then to go on the road 3 weeks in a row and be able to pick up victories is a whole nother situation. But I think that we need to begin to change the narrative of how we look at this team, how we talk about this team, and actually who are the leaders of this football team. Mm-hmm. And I never thought if Chris brought up tapes from August and September, we were just saying like, man, Amari and CD and Zeke and we just kept no. And we were just saying like, okay, defense, if you can just not be horrible, we're going to be really good. And it started out that way. But this thing has flipped, fellas, whether you want to believe it or not. And I pray that the powers that be, whether that be front office or coaches or whoever, allows the turn to truly happen. This is a defensive football team.
Yeah.
We talk about getting in December and who are we? What is our identity?
Identity, yeah.
This football team today, as we sit, and I want to say that football is a fluid situation, but we have a 6-week sample size right now of this football team turning the tide, and we need to start addressing it as such, speaking about it as such, and giving those people in those places the credit as such, because this team, without this defense and the way it's played in the last couple of weeks, that 3-game winning streak would not be so. Mm-hmm. And it's been on the backs of this Cowboys defense. And I know it sounds crazy. We haven't talked about a defense being the leading force of this Cowboys football team since, well before I was here as a player. I think today as we sit,
Yeah.
this Cowboys team is a defensive-led football team.
Yeah. I remember in training camp, we were talking, especially you, Nate, we're talking about we need 6 weeks to see what this defense is going to be. And we were just hoping it would be, like you said, average.
Yeah.
But here we
don't
are,
be
like,
last.
6 weeks, these past 6 weeks. I mean, was it a matter of them getting comfortable with Dan Quinn's defense? Was it a matter of just Dan Quinn's knowledge? Was it Parsons taking that next step? I mean, why all of a sudden? I mean, obviously we've got some guys back now who are healthy, but even before then, the tide was, like you said, the tide was turning.
Yes.
Hold on. So you trying to make it easy on him by throwing him all them softballs so he could just say yes, yeah.
Well, no,
make him explain.
I was gonna explain it.
You got some talking to do today.
Yeah, that's right, bro.
Yes, and yes. It was the addition of Dan Quinn. Mm-hmm. It was getting Micah Parson fall into your lap at the number 12 pick, and you not knowing what he actually was going to be, and then he turns out to be something that we haven't seen in a very long time here, not only here but across the league. But it's also, and this is such a key component of putting players in the proper position to succeed. Like, that is so key, and then them actually taking their job serious enough. Because we had a bunch of guys here, man, with the old regime who just thought showing up was good enough. No one was going to ever challenge my playing time. No one was going to challenge my ability to do right or wrong. You know, no matter what I did the game before, good, bad, or indifferent, I knew I was lining back up in that spot again. And so that had become the norm of how business was done here across the board, but specifically defensively.
Stop it.
And I think when Dan Quinn came in, he won.
With who?
Dan Quinn. DQ. Right. I think the first thing that he did was he galvanized that group, and he got them to trust him, because that's key.
Yeah,
that is key, because you got to think about it. We had how many defensive coordinators? We had 3 in 4 years, or whatever, or maybe 3 in 3 years, or whatever it was. It was like Rod Marinelli.
The defensive back coach,
Rashard.
Yeah,
we had, so there was a couple of them. So now you bring this new guy in, and so the guys who have been here for a while, like, here we go again.
Yeah.
What you got? Yeah, what you got for us? Because we've heard this thing, and it was really truly getting these players to buy in to what his philosophy was, and they were. And then you had the injuries, which worked in your favor, worked against you at times because you didn't have the guy that you wanted to.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Ms. Gross. I am now just about to go into a sugar coma.
You look like you're about half asleep over there.
That's sorry, just go on.
And so, you know, and again, when you have superior players, when you have a Micah Parsons, that helps you.
I got a question about him. If he was on another team and someone that wasn't as open-minded as Dan Quinn and McCarthy to move him around and do what he did, do you think maybe you never would have found out that he can do what he's doing? Do you think
he would have been a really good linebacker?
A really good linebacker, and they wouldn't have given him the opportunity in games to blitz from different positions and move around and do that.
You know who I like in Micah Parson too, because you hear all the talks about LT, and you played against LT, and LT's a Tar Heel alum.
Can I guess?
Yes.
A linebacker or a safety?
Linebacker.
I got a guess too. Go ahead. Go ahead on, Shannon. I got a guess too.
And he's a current player.
TJ Watt?
Nope.
Mine was an ex-player.
Okay.
Mine.
I was going to say Troy Polamalu because they moved him around and did different stuff.
He may be taller, and I know he's a little bit faster, but you know who I liken him to?
Who?
And was Ray Lewis. That's who I liken him to.
Because he wasn't a very good cover guy.
But what he was he was a great blitzer. He was a great hitter, and he could sack the quarterback. But this kid is more natural.
Kurt, you guess.
The Seattle linebacker?
Wagner? Or KJ Wright?
I guess it was. I guess I was thinking Wagner, but
Wagner. No. Darius Leonard.
For the Colts.
For the Colts.
Woo.
Go back and look at
he's a cold-blooded beast, man. Darius Leonard.
I'm not doing the LT compare. I think there's so much more.
You gotta wait.
There's so
you gotta
much
wait
more
10 years
that you gotta go before you even get into that illustrious conversation. But when you look at a guy like Darius Leonard, who is athletic, fast, physical, you can blitz him from everywhere. He's long, he's rangy. He's not Micah's faster.
Yes, sir.
If you just do like clock time, he's a faster player. But when you watch them, just the instincts, that instinctual mentality, that beast mentality that they have. Darius Leonard was a defensive rookie of the year. He's a two-time Pro Bowl. He's like year 4. He's a two-time Pro Bowl, first-team All-Pro. Like, this dude is legit. You know, and we skip over everything else. We want to go right to the greats, and I get it. I understand it. That's what we do in today's time. But to have the wherewithal to do what, and it kind of honestly, it was to find out what Dan Quinn, for Micah to fall in your lap at 12. Was the same thing as to find out that Micah can actually rush the passer. You did it because you had no choice. The Cowboys wanted C.J. Horn or Patrick Surtain, and we can bring in Stephen Jones, Jerry Jones, Charlotte Jones, Shy Jones. We can bring in any Jones you want. They're gonna tell you when we got to our pick, if Surtain or Horn was sitting there, they're coming to Dallas, but they weren't. And so they looked up and they said, okay, Micah Parsons here. He's one of the next, so we'll take him. And we don't know what we got with this guy. We knew he's a good player, but we don't know what we have with him. We don't know. And then Tank goes down, and this person goes down, and that person goes down. And now you're down a bunch of guys, and they're like,
You want to rush?
What you doing next Sunday?
Yeah.
Hey, how about we just line you up right here and see what you got? And it was literally a toss. It was a toss to see if he actually could do it. Mm-hmm. And he was like, they got back and watched film and was like, well, damn.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I think we found something for the next couple of weeks until we get back, our troops. And
So he wouldn't be Micah Parsons as we know him on any other team. Probably.
He would be Darius Leonard.
Yeah.
He would be Darius Leonard on any other team. Mm-hmm. And that's Defensive Rookie of the Year, 2-time first team All-Pro, 2-time Pro. Like, it's not a bad comparison. Yeah. But again, it took a number of things to happen for him to fall to you in the draft, for the injuries.
It's almost like
suspensions, whatever it was, to happen.
Dan Quinn coaching.
Then Dan Quinn turn the hat around like a mad scientist and go.
Yeah, he's almost like Dak 2.0.
Yeah.
Like he fell to you in the draft. You had no intentions of taking him. You took him.
Don't really know what you have with him.
Two guys got hurt. You wind up putting him in. It's like, okay, maybe he's got something. And then the lights come on. It's like, oh, wow. Okay.
He really has something.
How do you think, though, that...
Hang on.
Okay.
No, ask the question, then we'll take a break.
Well, I mean, this game, he really was pretty quiet. I did one assisted tackle, but did his presence open it up for everybody else?
That and so much more when we come back to Nate's birthday party on the most searched show on the Dallas Cowboys Podcast Network on YouTube.
You finally got
Hanging with the boys. We'll be right back.
Finally got it out.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Brace yourself for an existential question. Has your butt been having enough fun lately? Have you been treating it well? Has it been going places? If not, then it's about time you start using SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the best way to get your butt tickets to live events. Just ask the thousands of other butts who have rated it the #1 ticketing app. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now or visit SeatGeek.com to get tickets to sports, concerts, and live events and make your butt happy. SeatGeek. Get your seat in a seat.
How great would it be to travel to watch the Cowboys win on another team's turf? Pretty great. But honestly, just watching the game from anywhere but your house would be fun. Even a hotel bar with some guy named Phil from St. Louis who thinks Oakland still has a team. So whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com. Proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, Cowboy fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit CowboysTravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience the best sports venue in the world, AT&T Stadium. Also, tour the Star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit CowboysTravel.com to book your package today.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back. This holiday season, visit the Star to get your photo with Santa, presented by Monument Realty. Santa Claus will be at his Cowboys-themed cottage in the Star District across from Ascension on the Star Boulevard through December the 24th. For more info and to book your photo, visit thestardistrict.com/Santa. My young G will be over there tomorrow, getting his last-minute photo with Santa. I'll make sure I give you a progress report on if he
good luck
cries and screams or if he laughs and enjoys it.
Go.
You know, he might, just because I have a beard, he might not be completely freaked out.
Yeah, maybe so.
But he hasn't been around because of COVID and stuff. He doesn't go to daycare. See, and he hadn't been around a whole lot of strange people. Although, you know what? I take him shopping all the time. So
you know it's going to be wild. Like, you're going to... At one point, you're going to grow up, your son's going to grow up, and the comments are going to be, hey, son, do you know the first 2.5, 3 years of your life, what we were dealing with? The first year of your life, we were actually in lockdown.
Yeah.
And the second year of your life, this new variant came around, and we kind of had to go things got a little haywire here. And, like, Like the first 3 years of his life, he may be in some sort of COVID protocol.
Yeah, because what's crazy is when he was born, like if he would have been born probably 2 or 3 months before he was, like I wouldn't have been able to be there.
That's what I'm saying.
Like it would have just been like, can you imagine that, having a kid like, and you can't even be in the hospital till he's able to come home, and he was in the NICU for a few days. So like, luckily he was, it was a little bit after the beginning of COVID. But man, you're right. It's like it's crazy. Like I don't know, man. This new stuff. I think this stuff's just here to. This stuff is here to stay, man.
Let me tell you something, man. I've been vaccinated. I've had the booster. I've done the flu shots, and I'm like I told my wife, enough is enough.
Yeah. What do you do?
Our bodies are gonna adjust, and yes, we're gonna lose some people, and that's not a very good thing, a very good thought in life. But I promise you that right here, man. This is the normal, fellas. And I know it may not sound right or come out right, but this is the normal. And we're going to have to learn to live with it.
What do you think about the NFL changing their policy a little bit?
It does not bother me one bit. Yeah. This is the normal, fellas. I mean, as much as just to clean up things, as much as I've tried to change the way I do things, this is the normal. And it's going to take a while. And our body's going to have to just continue to evolve. The guys that are doing these things and trying to make these shots safer and better, they're going to have to continue to doing their thing. I don't know how it was when the Spanish flu came, but it had to be basically they didn't have the knowledge that we have today, but they lost a lot of people over a lot of years. And eventually they got it beat down. Eventually our guys and girls will be smart enough to get this beat down, but fellas, whether you vaccinated or not vaccinated, I'm not about that. I'm not finna even argue with that. But this is normal.
Yeah, I think
this is normal.
I think whether you're vaccinated or not, in the future, everyone's gonna have this. Like, I don't think there's no. At some point, you're getting it, and you're probably getting it multiple times. It's just,
a variant of it. You may not sweat. You may not be able to breathe. You gonna get a little bit of this
at some point. Yep. What's the new protocol, Kurt?
Well, they are saying that I think they don't test unless they're showing symptoms. If you're vaccinated, you don't have to test anymore unless you're showing symptoms.
I love the hypocrisy of athletics. I love it. It is the greatest of our nation.
At all levels, too, by the way.
At all levels.
Pee-wee football all the way up to the pros.
And it always boils down to one thing.
Money.
And especially for the National Football League. When they go back and look at those books from 2020 and see just the deficit that they had to climb themselves out of because of lack of fans and concessions and parking and merchandise and X, Y, and Z.
And losing the commercials that drives it all.
All of that. When they had that owners meeting, what was it, last Monday?
Yeah.
Here in Dallas? Like, at the end of the conversation, it all came down to, we're not shutting this thing down.
Not again.
Ever.
No.
It's going to take a serious act of God for us to have to shut this thing down again, because I'm not losing $280, 90, $300 million, $400 million that I get from ticket sales and concessions and parking and, like you said, advertising and so on and so forth. And that's across the board. And it's always the great, because it was like, well, we're not forfeiting, we're not pushing games back. You guys will forfeit if you don't get it right. And then it's like, hey, on second thought, guys, we're going to just take this game and move it to Monday. Take this game, move it to Tuesday. We'll come back around and have our normal Thursday game, and then we'll move this game to Fridays. And it all comes down to one thing. It's never a matter of health and safety. It's always a matter of we're not losing no more cheddar.
I tried to, I told my wife, I say, the NFL, thank you, Aaron Rodgers, for making us realize that we need our stars. That was the bottom line. It changed from the day that they talking about Green Bay, like, hold on now, we got a chance for a first round bye. They call Rodgers. Look at him, man. Aaron ain't missing no more games. I know he's not vaccinated, but what he said, he
immunized.
That's good enough for me. I'm telling you.
What was your question before the break, Kurt?
Well, we were talking about Parsons, coming on the scene, but he was really quiet this past game. He only had one assisted tackle, I think. But is his presence now such that he's opening it up for everybody else?
Yep. And
you giving Jesse the easy questions today.
Yeah, I mean,
it was one word answer. Yep.
One of you could.
I'm going to say yup, and of course you sides. I'm going to explain why I say yup. I'm not going to just say
That's
yup.
not all. I'm stopping there.
Let it roll at yup. But yup is the answer.
Did you mean to dress like the Grinch today?
Yeah, that's what I'm noticing. I'm like,
I was trying to bring Christmas spirit.
You did, but you look like the Grinch.
Yeah, man.
I can act like the Grinch.
With the
Santa. Don't act like the Grinch. Do not steal Christmas.
We got him over here.
I got my
hey,
socks.
I like it.
Snowman socks on. I'm trying to.
Adidas?
I like it.
These are Adidas stuff.
Oh my God! You better get that off the air.
Stan Smith.
You get that stuff from
Smith.
You get some from Derek
from corporate
memo.
But he didn't have, and I called him yesterday. He didn't have any Micah moments. He had the one pass down the field that he helped, but the Micah moment that we've been seeing for the last couple of weeks, he didn't have, mojo moments, and he didn't have any Micah moments that we can flash up there and say, see, he's the greatest thing since football helmets were invented. But his presence, and that alone is one of those deals where when that quarterback comes to the line of scrimmage, whether it's Fromm or whoever it may be, what's the other guy's name that started yesterday? Yeah. You got to look and go, where's 11? Mm-hmm. And also Glenn. What it does is, Glenn. Where's 11? But then also they had a lineup at one point in time where they had Micah on the edge, they had Tank at the defensive tackle, they had Neville Gallimore, and then they had Randy Gregory. And then they had Keanu Neal at linebacker.
Who do you block?
Exactly.
Who do you not double team?
Because you look across the board and you go, recency says number 11, I got to make sure we slide the protection in his way, right? And then you're like, wait a second. Is that number 90 now in the 3 technique? And then Neville Gallimore is the big guy inside, so the center's going to slide to that way, and, in combination with the guard. And then you look out there and you go, wait, now I got to leave one-on-one with Randy Gregory? So in the quarterback's mind, he's trying to process that because he's saying, I'm not used to seeing 90 right in the 3 technique or the 1 technique. I'm used to seeing him wide 9 or on the outside. And so I'm looking at him and I'm like, wait a second. What is happening? And now I'm trying to ID guys, and linemen are looking around trying to ID guys. And now you find that one-on-one matchup across the board. And it just so happened yesterday, the winner of the Micah presence was Tank. Mm-hmm. He was able to go out there and be a one-man wrecking crew. But I think
there's some of those stunts they run. Like, I was sitting in the end zone yesterday, and I guess they were about on the 20. And Micah would line up, I guess, left side of the defense on my right. Mm-hmm. And he would come through the line damn near off the left guard. Like, he would
twist stunts.
And I was and be through. And I was like, if it would have been a split second longer, like some of the and the way Randy's knifing through there, man, I tell you what, if they get the offense clicking, nobody is going to want to mess with this. Nobody's going to want a piece of this in the playoffs.
We can't get this offense.
Let's get it going.
This offense is a multi-layer problem.
Ooh, really? You know what? That sounds like a great segue.
All right.
Let's see what
that we'll pick up tomorrow.
No, we still got 15 minutes.
I have to go at 12.
Oh, you got to leave? Oh, so Jesse's teed it up for tomorrow. All right. Well, Jesse, good to have you back, man. Are you here the rest of the week?
I'm here forever.
Yay!
That was...
Yay! Jesse here forever!
You know when ownership comes out and he goes, we have really good confidence in our coach. He is our coach. We're going to stick with him. It's like that knife in the back right before I'm getting ready to fire you. He was like, I'm here forever. He's like...
That is not what they.
That is talking to Derek about getting somebody in your spot. But okay,
that is not true.
Joe Judge ain't gonna get knifed in the back.
Who?
For the Giants?
He's out of here. Him, Gettleman, and the rest of the crew.
Gettleman gone, but they already said Gettleman gone. But Joe Judge, anybody that has opposition to Joe Judge is gone. Ownership, I'm gonna let the players know it and everybody know it.
Think
Joe Judge got another year, man.
Joe Judge will be unemployed. Joe Judge will be unemployed. Gettleman will be unemployed.
Sounds like a wager.
But now, if he is, you called it. You called it right. But
he go back to New England.
Okay, Joe Judge we'll be looking at him again next year.
Yeah, in New England.
If you say, you know what, I hope you're right because the Giants deserve better, but
and your boy Danny Downs, they'll all three be unemployed.
All right. Well, we won't be, hopefully.
Hopefully.
You never can say that on this show. We'll never know when they're going to shut it down completely. So, Jesse, good to have you back, man.
they just told you the owner say it ain't
man.
being shut down no more.
Oh, just cinnamon buns up, man. Let the people see that one more time.
No, bro, y'all can get y'all.
We'll get you to go bag, Jesse. Good having you back. We will
What
be
if
back.
I do like lick your finger and then like put it in your cinnamon bun like for
That's
your
why he's not taking the top
you
off.
won't be back again. Don't do that.
Nate will take care of you. I don't have to.
Don't do that. But I was real. You see where I'm putting my stuff at, right? Put my hands. Oh, no problems with you today.
All right.
Get your stuff and leave.
We will be right back on the last segment of Hanging with the Boy. Jesse, good having you back. We'll see you tomorrow.
back.
All right. We'll be right back.
Brace yourself for an existential question. Has your butt been having enough fun lately? Have you been treating it well? Has it been going places? If not, then it's about time you start using SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the best way to get your butt tickets to live events. Just ask the thousands of other butts who have rated it the #1 ticketing app. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now or visit SeatGeek.com to get tickets to sports, concerts, and live events and make your butt happy. SeatGeek. Get your seat in a seat.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
At AT&T, everyone, new and existing customers, get our best deals on every smartphone. Why? Because you deserve it. We're turning your living room into your office and your gym. We're teaching Grandma how to video call and teaching her again.
It's the button on your left, Nana. Okay, your other left.
It's not complicated. Everyone deserves something new. So AT&T is giving everyone, new and existing customers, our best deals with every unlimited plan on every smartphone, even the latest ones.
AT&T may temporarily slow data speeds if the network is busy. Restrictions and exceptions may apply.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole. Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Happy birthday to you. Happy 10th birthday, dear Nate Newton. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Mama Gross. Thank you, Mama Gross.
Happy birthday, Nate. What a great day. What a great day.
Great day.
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you something, man. Good to see old Jess, man.
It was good to have Jesse back.
Yeah, man. He said he's going to be back with us, man. Good.
Glad to have him back.
I tried to watch old Looney on another show today. I tried to watch him, right? I tried to keep eyes on him, but it's just like when you lead the Cowboys, you lead the show. I can't watch
I know. We just don't have enough microphones for Joe.
Yeah, man.
He will be joining. What show is he on today, Chris?
He's going to be in the Players Lounge now.
Players Lounge,
He will be a regular on the Players
Lounge.
I got to watch out now. That show's going to be. They're going to be bringing it. That's going to be a good show.
That's when Jess. Hey, we need you every day, Jess.
Every day, Jesse. We can't let those fools catch us.
Yeah.
Give the gift to the Cowboys this season with a Dallas Cowboys United membership presented by Globe Life. It's the ultimate fan experience for the ultimate Cowboys fan. Membership start at just $20 and include an exclusive fan pack and VIP member experiences. 'Tis the season. Visit DallasCowboys.com/United to get yours today. And tonight, Brad and I virtually, we're back to virtual again because of COVID protocols. We have Terrence Steele on the show.
Steele.
We've got a story running him.
I heard he has a great story.
He does have a very interesting story. His stepfather was in the military, was badly injured, and sounds like it's been an influence on his life. It's an interesting story.
I'm interested to catch up. He doesn't say a whole lot, but he's really nimble. He's really quick on game day. He's kind of tall, and almost awkward looking. But
he said in the story that he spent the offseason really working on his lower half, his squats and his footwork and that sort of thing. And he feels, even though he came in lighter, he feels stronger and quicker.
And I tell you what, man, Conor McGovern was wide open on the play that Dalton Schultz caught that touchdown.
Was he? I thought he was covered. That's why he didn't go to him.
He was covered. Maybe from where I was, I'll show you a video. I got it on cell phone video.
On TV, he looked covered.
He looked wide open to me. Maybe he was covered, but
What do you think about that, Nate?
What's that?
Did Connor Williams make that? I mean, all of a sudden we rushed for 100-something yards.
Well, we rushed for 100-something yards the game before, right?
That's true. That's true.
But let me say this: it did look better. It did. It looked better. I thought about you. I said it looks better. Connor is a better puller, and now he's got that monkey off his back. No holdings yesterday. Did a nice job. I mean, I like how they got out. The guards and I think did I see a tackle pull? I'm not sure, but the guards got out in front, and I like how Coach. See, I don't have the same concerns that everybody else have. I like how Coach Kellum saw the difference in his running backs. Zeke stayed right within the tackles. He tried to get outside a couple of times, but number 20, Tony, they got him outside.
Yeah.
And 5 yards here, 10 yards here, 7 yards here. Get him out in space. Don't beat him up. People say, yeah, I know he can run between the tackles, but when he get hit, he get hit. When Zeke get hit, he just slows down a little bit. So I liked it how they did that. My only concern has been my only concern for the last 4 weeks, fellas. My only concern, and this right here will hurt us. The drop passes have to stop.
Man, that stood out to me yesterday.
Yeah, out of all the things, man, the drop passes have to stop.
Drive killers.
Yes.
Why was it the weather? Or was it just mental?
It's just paying attention to detail. CD don't have bad hands,
right?
But when you have to have the ball to be a magician. You cannot have the ball. Understand that I mean, you're a special wide receiver, but you're not that special. Mm-hmm. You haven't worked on your craft long enough on this level, where you can take those liberties, man, to try to do something more than catch the ball, tuck the ball, and run. I mean, when he gets the ball, we know he's a special man.
Right.
But without the ball, you're gonna be a liability. Liability. You can't do that to us. Not when your quarterback is going through what Dak is going through right now. Every catch is big. Every catch is humongous.
It's all the help he can get.
Yes.
And they're confidence builders too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I got a question for y'all. 27-17 on the road in New Orleans, right?
Mm-hmm.
27-20 on the road in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
21-6 on the road in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Which we saw what the Saints still got a little fight in them. We saw what they could do last night, right?
Yeah, one last night.
Washington, I mean, anything can happen in Washington. Same thing, anything can happen in New York. Are my expectations, should we be okay with the defense getting you through that three game stretch? Because I think we all agree, like, defense travels in the playoffs, right? So if the defense keeps clicking like it is, can the offense just do what they've been doing and you win some playoff games, or do they have to figure it out? Like, can we be okay if this is what we are going into the playoffs? Can you win playoff games, Nate?
Let me say this first, because I don't want to get the yep and the yes and all this. No, I'm just picking at Jesse. I've always said it, and to the point where I stopped saying it because it wasn't happening anymore. You can always take defense wherever you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can take defense in the winter. You can take it in the rain. You can take it in the hot sun. You can take defense wherever you go on the road. You can always take a run game, and your special teams have to be nice. So when all of these ugly things have happened, if you got at least two of those three, you can win games. And I'm not saying I'm still believing. If you go back and look at most playoff games, it's still 20 to 24 to 30 something points being scored.
Mm-hmm.
It's now the difference is I think we have a defense that if we need a play, it's been so long since we had fourth quarter defense. What I mean by fourth quarter defense is we have to either get a takeaway or we need to get off the field in 3 downs, and we need to do it in a hurry. So we have that. We have those players that are playing well that can play fourth quarter defense. We are on our way. Now, Kellen called a nice game to me. He called a nice game the last game, a decent game the last game. He called a nice game this game. And when I heard the coach come out and say, see, when the coach, he excused all the other stuff, I played and catered to my defense. That right there answered it all for me. Mm-hmm. All the questions that you wanted to try to throw at him on why he didn't do this and what he told you. Yeah. Now, you can either wrap your small pea brain around it. Yeah. You know,
he knew field goals would be fine in this game.
Yeah. But the way the weather, tell us how the weather was up there, Shannon.
It was, the thing about that stadium is it's open. Yeah. It's closed, but the sides are, they have structure around it, but there's big holes, I guess, on the concourse.
Yeah. Yes.
So the wind whips, and when we first got there, it wasn't windy. The sun, it was a little overcast, then it cleared up. But then the sun doesn't get very high on the East Coast this time of year. So it gets up like right to the top of the stadium and just kind of rides the stadium and then goes back down. So it never really when the sun went back behind, I'd say, about halftime, Chris, it got cold.
Mm-hmm. Got really cold? Wow.
Really cold. And the wind's blowing. And if you don't have gloves on, like, it numbs your hands. Like, you can't feel your hands. And it wasn't like freezing cold, but it was – I had a lot of layers on. I had probably 4 or 5 shirts and like 3 or 4 pairs of like jogging pants and thermals on. And I was fine, but – your hands get really cold, and then I had a fur hat on so my ears didn't, but if your head's exposed, it gets really cold too. So I would imagine receivers and running backs and quarterbacks were having issues with their hands staying warm. Yeah.
And so now and that's why to me, and I always respected Coach Johns for this, you need Belichick. Look at him. He going to keep a kicker. Your kicker, if your kicker is on and in the playoffs where you ain't gonna just pass up the 3 points, where every point is essential, this is where I think we can win the game. Our kicker has to be above average, within 50 and within. He can't miss.
Right.
Our defense is playing
extra points. You can't miss.
Yeah. Our defense is playing outstanding. I don't care who it's against. Our defense is playing outstanding, and you see that our players can raise their level of play. Yeah. Now we leave the offensive line like it is. We bring it back Tyron soon. So now we got a good offensive line. The coaches, I think, is calling a good game. The receivers catch the ball, and we there. Yeah. We got our 30 points a game. We got our 24 to 30 points a game. Our defense is playing good enough to whatever's going on at the time, they can raise their level of play. What more do you want?
Well, I think to your question, I do think the offense is going to have to – they're going to have to find it. They're going to have to pick it up for the playoffs because, I mean, yes, the defense, I mean, they were on the road. They had – it's always tough, division games. They took care of business of who they were facing, but they were facing Taysom Hill at quarterback and Mike Glennon at quarterback and Taylor Heineke at quarterback. Good point. You're going to have Aaron Rodgers, you're going to have Tom Brady, you're going to have Stafford, Kyler Murray. I mean, it's a different ball game then.
You make me laugh. I went by his office this morning, right? I went by his office. How you doing, Kurt? Oh, I'm doing good, Nate. How you doing? I'm doing good. I come back by his office. So what you think about the game? And he gave me all of this. Great stuff we did. And then he say, but. Mm-hmm. And he named the quarterbacks. I say, why is everything with the Dallas Cowboys? Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
But.
I mean, do you think that's a but, though? I mean,
it's a good but. Yeah, it's a very good but. It's a good but, yeah. It's a good but. I mean, and these questions.
Got a good butt, Kurt.
These questions will have to be answered. Mm-hmm. But right now.
There you go, but.
No, right but mine is a good but. But right now, I keep telling everybody, even the guys over when we do other shows, they're winning. And if you just don't worry about, because now we wake up in the morning and all of a sudden, we was at number 4 last night when we went to bed. We woke up this morning, now we sitting at number 2. Mm-hmm. Because we keep winning. We beat the Saints.
Yep.
Guess who didn't beat the Saints?
Right.
So I'm saying, and now a worse team than.
Yeah, they're beating who they're supposed to beat. And
Yeah,
you got to
so
do that. You know?
and until I see them fail, and I mean in a bad way, not lose a game, but until I see,
Denver game.
Yeah. Until I see, this is so much fun because I think I got it right. For as they are a good team, they are doing what they're supposed to do. Now, if they defense, and this is what I said at the beginning of the year, if their defense by the 6th game, I didn't know they had this good a record. I thought they would be making a Miami move, maybe be 3 in this and run off 7 or 8 games.
Yeah.
Well, they ran off the 7 or 8 games early. So now I'm like, where do you go from here? Now our quarterback was in a mini slump, need for our receivers to catch the ball. That's the only thing we missing. CeeDee Lamb had like 2. If he'd have caught a couple of them balls, man, it wasn't telling how far he would have went.
Yeah.
You know, so Shannon, what do you need to see? I mean, is you still I need to see it, or how do you feel?
I would like to see the offense get it together because I don't know if the defense can sustain the turnovers, the rate they're doing them, the interceptions, the I'd like to see. I think if the offense can figure it out, which I think they will. I think you got enough smart enough guys, offensive-minded guys. Even if Dak's struggling, I think you get back healthy, or healthy enough, healthy as you can be at the end of the season. I think they're smart enough to figure out ways to get the weapons you have between the receivers and Pollard and Zeke.
Talent's there.
Figure out ways to help Dak out. I think you can do enough to get. But if the offense does start clicking, I tell you what, Super Bowl, baby, Super Bowl.
Let me tell you, all you need, and this is.
All you need is love.
Nah, man.
Oh.
If Dak start clicking, don't worry, it's over.
Oh.
See, that's what I keep telling. We sitting up here trying to find all of these holes and all of these problems and all this. Dak, for the first 8 games, what was healthy for us? What was the key? Dak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dak come back to himself.
Yeah. Game over.
Bro, game over. Now we talking second round.
Buy your tickets.
Now we talking second round.
Yeah.
And I'm not going past that right there because it's going to take some good luck and some hellacious smart playing.
Mm-hmm. All right, fellas, that's the end of the show. Right. Kurt, good seeing you. Good to have Jesse back. Nate, thanks for bringing it. Happy birthday. If you're going to be that
soft on Jesse, man, we can get somebody else.
Happy birthday, big fella.
Happy birthday.
We can get him to ask the question. You go throw all them softballs to it.
You guys could have jumped in and answered.
Chris, thanks for keeping us on the air. William, thanks for keeping the live streams up. We'll be back with the full crew again tomorrow.
Thank you, Mother Gross.
On Hanging with the Boys. Call us tomorrow.
She writes pretty good, too.
The People Show.
Did she write this?
Happy birthday, Nate.
Good. Yeah, happy birthday, Nate.
See y'all.
Yeah, she writes pretty good.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this,